Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Are you ready for this? Oh my goodness, we have a card today. And we had a snowstorm. It was supposed to be 4 to 6 inches. It's likely about 3. But, are you ready? It's light and fluffy. It is not typical Wisconsin snow that weighs 10 pounds per shovel. Yay! Good morning, Joe Neal. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So the roads are apparently horrendous, and you can hear everywhere you look, you see lights flashing from plows. There's snow blowers all over the place. Someone actually did our front sidewalk. How wonderful is that? Good morning, Cindy. Thank you for popping in today, as always. So, snow removal is in full swing. My father, who usually doesn't get up until 7:30. Good morning, Holly. Glad you're here. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Abigail. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Was up at 5:30. He's like a little kid. He gets to blow snow. Would this excite me? No. So my sister's out there shoveling. He's gonna blow snow. She's going to go with him to pick up cheese curds because my other sister and her family are flying in tonight, and that was their one request, Wisconsin cheese curds, the squeaky ones that are brand new fresh. So yeah, she calls it a shit show. I'm just kind of rolling with it. We'll see what we get. But yeah, it is chaos in Wisconsin. So good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. Welcome. So again, even though we didn't get the predicted 4 to 6 here in Appleton, we got about 3. But it's fluffy. Amazing. Oh, life is good. Yep. I don't know. It's kind of like mowing lawn. They're at one with this equipment. They're happy as clams. Knock yourselves out, guys. Whatever. You're 90 years old. You want to be blowing snow. If that's how you're going to go out of this world, so be it. Oi. Not at all. So then here's one of those interesting things that we've talked about multitudinous times, the self-care piece and the self-care piece for women. So last winter, I damn near killed myself dealing with snow because it was the wet, heavy stuff. And in the end of the driveway, when the plow goes through, you end up with 2 feet of wet, heavy snow. Good morning, Bonnie. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Welcome. I bet you don't have snow. And so actually there was one day, good morning, Peggy, glad you're here. Good morning. There was one day last winter when I was about halfway through the end of the driveway, which was up to my knees, and it's the wet, heavy stuff, and you have to chip. And I must have looked like I was dying because some lovely lady about my age in a minivan that had grandma on the back pulls over, digs out her shovel, and helps me shovel out the rest of the driveway. So I told the fam that was end of October, beginning of November, I am not shoveling snow this year. I am not. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. I have enough issues with back stuff that, from years of tennis playing and crap, that I am not throwing my back out. And right now, I am not throwing my back out right before Carrie and her family get here, and I need to do a bunch of cooking and entertaining. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you are here. Welcome. But again, going back to things we've talked about and things we've learned, how do you not feel like a gigantic a-hole because you are sitting in the house doing what you said you were going to do, taking good care of yourself when other people are not taking good care of themselves and they're out there dealing with snow? Am I going to take on the battle of arguing with a 90-year-old German man? No. I will lose. So, again, if this is how he chooses to go out of this world, so be it. I cannot fight the reality that is a 90-year-old stubborn German man. So here we are. But again, it's about self-care. And how do you continue to walk the walk of self-care when it makes you look like an a-hole? I'm doing it anyway. Here I am, talking to all of you instead of being out there shoveling that stuff. So, our card for today, spot on. I laughed out loud. The dogs looked at me like, what's wrong with her? The little Light Seers deck that I just got from my friend Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. And the card is the 2 of Wands. Let me show you the picture. And when I first looked at it, I just got that wanderlust feeling looking at this card. She's staring out the window wistfully. She's got a globe sitting there and a map and a walking stick or two. Right. Let's see what it says. First, some breathing, though. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's add a little tapping. If you've missed the tapping, yesterday's YEMIG had a whole series of tapping right at the beginning. So go back and watch it. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, and I wanted to say, before I forget to say it, because I'm good at forgetting to say it until I click done. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Those of you who are newer here, if you would like to receive these YEMIGs to your email also, just send the word yes to Bonnie at Empowerment and Purpose, all written out, all little letters.com. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's Bonnie at empowermentandpurpose.com. I love the collarbone tap also. It's very centering, grounding, and that's what yesterday's tapping was for, was grounding. So if you'd like to watch that again, just find the previous video, and it's right at the beginning. 11 of you here today. 11, gotta love it. So, Two of Wands. The light seer part of this. Planning your future. Making progress, activation, possibilities, the choice between your comfort zone and new adventures. Does that not sound spot on? Ding, 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 ding. We win a million. Yay, us. The shadow side of this particular card. Insecurities, the fear of taking the next step, being stuck in the past, feeling worried about your abilities. Good morning, Megan. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. We have the Two of Wands today. Opportunities for alignment. So this is all about let's get our groove on. Let's get in the flow. Let's allow the universe to move us where we're meant to be moved. Hopefully you can't hear the snowblower out there. But this card is so spot on, I can't even stand it. And I love the color of it. It's such a warm card, right? I'd love to be sitting in that window, looking out. I think we're supposed to have a sunny day. You know why? Because it's 8 flippin' degrees. That's why. Yes. So, on we go. Let's see what it says. Here's the first sentence. You ready? You need to make a choice to really do that thing you want to do or not. Get off the fence. We got to get off the fence. So, as soon as I read that, I was like, yes, I've made my choice. I've made my choice. Does everybody accept it yet? No, not yet. And have they all heard it yet? No. But the people who it was important to have hear it have heard it. So, time to proceed. All right. You can dream it and envision it, or you can begin to live it. Self-care, self-care, self-care. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a must. It is an absolute must. But then you just acknowledge those feelings of, because it's breaking a system. It's breaking an old pattern, an old familial pattern of sell yourself out at any cost, do until you fall over dead, dead, dead. That's the family pattern. I'm not playing the game anymore. Done with this. Moving on. So, you can dream it and envision it, or you can begin to live it. So this week, my beginning to live it was putting it out there for 4 different people, this change that I'm creating for myself. I will still be involved with this project, but it's going to be in a different capacity. So, planning and imagining can have us feeling like the observers of a dream. And our action is the only way to bring that dream to life. Action, action. We want action. Anybody a cheerleader? Come on, let's do this thing, right? It's time to choose between the wand that's cozily rooted in the place you already know, or the one that leans into exciting new possibilities. Maybe that's what we can view those as. I saw them as walking sticks, but maybe those are wands. The one leaning into what's known, what's comfortable, what's current, and the other one leaning out the window toward adventure, uncertainty, what's out there, the new, right? Hot there. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Another down under. Glad to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. No. We can mail you some if you'd like some. Yeah, not so much. I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. Take a deep breath. Let's do it. Let it go. We're going to do one more for good measure. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. There we go. Take a deep breath because self-initiated change can be scary. Yes, it is scary when someone else makes a decision for us. You're fired. Here's your divorce papers. You're downsized, whatever. But it's a different kind of scary when we're the ones who need to take the responsibility of, I must change my life now. I can no longer walk this path I've been walking. I need to jump to the other path. I see it. I know it's there. I just need to get my feet to lift off the ground and land on the other path. All right? So take a deep breath because self-initiated change can be scary. The only way to take strides towards your goal is to make your move. And that is something that Tony Robbins does like nobody else. So we'll be sitting there listening to him. I love that. We've got all kinds of Aussies here. This is hilarious. Funny. So you can be sitting in his seminars and, you're just starting to wane a little bit. And all of a sudden he'll holler, make your move. And you've got something that you do. Mine is just punching a fist in the air. That activates you, that gets you moving, that puts some adrenaline and energy into this thing. Because, again, it's like trying to get a stalled car moving. The hardest part is the beginning, right? Once you have it moving, it's easier to keep it moving, but to get it to go from inertia to movement, that's the hardest part. So we need to shove a little harder. All right, let's see. Make your move. Learn that thing. Call that contact. Make that decision. Non-action won't get you there and will likely leave you feeling the angst of dreaming the dream instead of walking the talk. Use the fire energy of the wands to initiate your shift. And then the affirmation, Cindy, if you wouldn't mind putting this in, this would be awesome. The world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. Get her done. The world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. And sometimes, I'm going to say, it may be a little bit less than planned. Something comes up, an opportunity opens up, and we just in our heart and soul know it's the leap to take. It might be a little step. Yeah, I can work on that project. It might be a huge leap. Yes, I'll move across the country. Whatever it is, right? The world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. And again, there are so many people as they approach the end of their life, they lament that they lived so carefully. Good morning, Barb. That they were too focused on making things okay and not enough focused on being some spontaneous, right? Having a little adventure, doing the thing. Me making the decision that I'm going to Iceland this coming summer. That was pretty spontaneous. The email showed up within an hour. I had decided, yes, this is what I need to do. I'm going to do it. Do I do the planful stuff? Oh my God, yes. I've got 5-year plans, 10-year plans. Well, thank you. I'm having lunch with a friend today downtown. Good morning, Brooke. Glad you are here. Welcome. So, there needs, again, how many times are we going to sing this song, right? Second verse, same as the first. It's all about planning and it's all about spontaneity. It's an and. It is not an either or. All of this other stuff, conservative, liberal, and not either or. What else? Let's see. Masculine, feminine, and not either or, right? The more we practice this, and I was just finishing up, I think I have one more chapter, The Chalice and the Blade. That woman, wow, prescient. I mean, she has the view of exactly what's going on right here, right now. And that's very comforting, because when she wrote the book decades ago, she was not, no snow in Texas. Good, glad to hear it. When she wrote the book, I mean, that was decades ago, but it is spot on for what's unfolding right here, right now. We are kind of doing the 52 pickup of life. All of these governments that seemed kind of stable are blowing up. All of these calcified systems that had seemed kind of stable are beginning to shake apart. Are there going to be some not fun outcomes with that? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, it's necessary. It's necessary to shake this stuff up. My only lament with it is the people who are going to pay the biggest prices for these things crashing and burning and the new arising are the people who can least afford to have that happen. The people at the lowest financial rungs, the people with the most tenuous hold on life, etc. So that is where we had this beautiful Advent poem. Maybe I'll read this to you guys. Yeah. So this was the poem that the Bishop of Northern Michigan for the Episcopal Church picked for yesterday for it was for celebrating Advent, but we do a weekly guided meditation, breath work, kind of a thing for whoever shows up. And this one is a poem called Make Room. And the irony of an infant being the one who shook the world up so much. The weakest member of the chain shook the world up and continues to shake the world up over 2,000 years later. So this poem is by Kellyanne Hall, and it's called Make Room. Let me just read it to you. It's as if God's talking to us. All right, so here we go. Expecting me? I am making my way, leaving everything I've known for solidarity. Talk about an adventure, right? To be with you. Can you make room? Like Mary, open your womb, give me refuge, make living space within. I am growing a body, a mind, a beating heart for creation kind, 2 arms to carry my love, shoulders to bear it, legs that will walk me to the end. It's believed that it takes a divine act, an angelic messenger. Good morning, Joe Bell. Glad you're here. Haven't seen you in a while. A miracle, an unwinding strong of unbelievable yet real circumstances to convince and inspire real world change. True, and yet, willing souls also make a difference. Are we a willing soul? Moving for change? People courageous enough to resist death dealing, starve fear, and consecrate space for holiness. The holiness of a flower, the holiness of a tree, the holiness of snow, right? Life begetting life, new breath, fresh eyes, hope. This kind of resistance calls you with me to offer dignity, house the refugee, grace the infringed, the exiled, the homeless, the stranger, to become the innkeeper, allowing just one more family without reservation his last bit of room. Just enough for me, light embodied. Grow with me, expand, breathe deep. I was so glad Breathe was in here. Breathe deep, welcome, make room. There is more than enough. I am, after all, for every last one of you. Lead one another my way, leaving everything you've known for solidarity to be with me. I am expecting you. Make room, beloved. There is more than enough. So, how well are we heeding that call? How well are we serving our fellow human beings, serving our Mother Earth, serving animals? How well are we doing at that? And it doesn't have to be huge stuff. It can be little bitty stuff, right? So that's kind of where we're at. Our call to adventure today, Are we willing to lose sight of the shore to sail to distant lands? The moment of surrender. Yes, yes, yes. And grace. Grace being one of the words that we've been kind of trotting out there for quite some time. Today, this beautiful Friday, with some of us having sunshine, some of us having hot, some of us having snow and cold, let's walk into grace. Let's walk with grace. Let's be grace. Let's do some nice things for other people. It can be letting them into traffic. It can be just smiling at someone. Hold a door for someone. Man, yesterday at Walmart, the shopping carts that were heaping. Mine wasn't. I'm so glad we don't buy presents for each other. That just makes life so much easier at this time of year. Focus on good food and call it good. So, that's what I'm hoping for all of us today, this Friday. I'm going to get together with a friend and have some nice conversation. My sister flies in late tonight. We'll see them tomorrow. We're going to have Chinese food tomorrow. We decided that was good and easy. So, awesome Friday to everybody. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Stretch yourself to grow a little bit. Take hold of the wand that's leaning up against the window. She's ready to go. She's looking, she's preparing, she's making her decision. Where will she go? You are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.